everyone is lined up on the grid for the 24 hours of Nürburgring as the sun is rising. Don't know when the 5 lights will count down. Now the 5 lights are counting down. 3, 2, 1. There's a jump start and the 5 lights are out, and that's Eugene having a jump start, and Bonza in the Audi R8 is in P1 already, more in P2 with the other BMW M6. Then there's a McLaren F1 of Cash in P3 as well. Then it's almost 2 car wide down, and it is 2 car wide. And there's a car already spun out, and that's Jay Moore causing a hazard on track, causing a yellow flag as well, as he's found his way spun back onto track as he's watching the battle between Josh and Dan. Can Dan try keep the outside line as he is on the inside line right now, but Josh might even be trying to make a switch back in the Toyota Supra on the Nürburgring. It is quite a hard track to even make a move as Josh is onto the grass a tiny bit there, not ideal whatsoever. Can he try and make a move up on the inside? He's definitely going to try on the exit though, as he has got a better exit than Dan. Dan is into the gravel, which does not help whatsoever, as that's Jay Moore right behind him, trying to make it 2 car wide in the BMW here. It's the Italian manufacturer, the German manufacturer, but up ahead it's a BMW M3 GT of Midnight, who's lost a place as well. As Cash is in P3 being switched back by Josh in the McLaren F1 here. What can the McLaren F1 do? I don't know how good it is on the Nürburgring here as we go a tiny bit down the grid to Jay Moore battling Dan, as I think there was a tiny bit of contact as that looked like Dan was forced into the back of Midnight here, as Dan is side by side with Moore on the riskiest part of the circuit, now entering the Nordschleife with Chris right behind Bonza, the 2 German manufacturers with the Japanese manufacturers, and that's Bonza into the wall. Now Josh right behind Chris Rodri. Can Chris try keep Josh behind for as long as possible? Cash in the McLaren F1 in P3. What a start to this race. Josh is only 6/10 behind Rodri, coming up the hill into the fast right-hander. Flat out for these drivers. Along that right-hander for most of these drivers anyways, as we see David, he's under pressure from Eugene. What can Eugene try to do? It's the German manufacturer against the German manufacturer, the BMW against Audi, as it is the German manufacturer's home race, and it is the most crucial race of this season, as we now see Josh is into P1, Chris Rodri off the track. Here comes Cash, who is gaining tons of time on Chris Rodri as well. Midnight is under pressure from James Moore. What can Jay Moore try? Jay Moore try do to Midnight here, as Moore is right behind the older BMW. It's the BMW from 2011 to the 2016 BMW, and that's a car backwards, and that is Davis sliding out of action, and that's Dan now facing backwards. As there is tons of stuff happening, there's cars all over the place, there's cars into the wall, there's people lagging all over the place. There's Josh in P1, Rodri P2, right behind Josh once again. Let's go broadcast view with Josh as he is leading the pack with Rodri right behind as Rodri flashes, trying to make it 2 car wide here, but that is the Toyota Supra defending now, going onto the inside line. What can he try to do in the Toyota Supra here as Rodri? Oh, and that's got into the wall, not having the best of races anymore, as he was leading the pack, now in P5. As that is Cash also getting past Rodri, as Rodri had to make a miss on Josh's car, as he's got barely any downforce on the rear, as he has broken his rear wing, and the front splitter, so he's got no downforce into these corners now. But it is but as we see Midnight right behind Chris, biting the 2 car wide. Is it 2 car wide? No, it isn't 2 car wide, but it is really close between these 2 drivers, the 2 Australian drivers following the British driver ahead in the British manufactured car as well. On the German car though, on the German track though, with all of these German cars right behind, as that's cashing to the wall and is off the track, going from P1 to P4 with Rodri in P1, as Midnight P2, more P3. Right, Rodri 100k an hour, everyone 100k an hour, apart from the people who's trying to catch up to the safety car. Rodri, I need 100k, not 80k, please. Eugene, Harmonic and Davis, that's all. Ooh, Davis is into the wall. He's always, it's in his name, he's always quite sideways on the tracks there. No weaving more. What? Oh, that's just fine, so I'll look. Go, and the race is back on with Chris in P1 with a quite a good restart, but Midnight in the BMW right behind as well in the slipstream, about to come on to the 1 kilometre straight of this track, which adds up to the 25 kilometres that are already here. Chris Rodri quite sideways onto the curve here, there's even more contact, I feel like, as that is now a 6/10 gap between Moore and Midnight here, as that's Rodri sideways on the exit of the Banks corner. Now coming around the final few corners until it is the long straight where people gain all of the slipstream and all of the places as they are bump drafting Josh and Cash here, as it is. Will it be 2 car wide? No, it will just be more bump drafts, as that's Cash going 280 kilometres an hour. So that is quite fast for the old car here, as Josh is just bump drafting all the way. Bonza in P6, will it be 2 car wide between Eugene and Dan here? As everyone be careful, because it is a hard braking zone for everyone on this circuit. As Davis is trying to make it side by side, and it is side by side between Harmonic and Davis. The Audi R8V Toyota Supra here, what can the Toyota Supra try to do to try getting P9 back once again? He can try the top speed, or he can try a late brake. He's not tried the late brake, but he might even be trying to switch back. Josh off the track into the grass here, leaving Bonza to gain a place with Eugene right behind Josh now as Eugene makes the move up on the inside. As we've also got more in P2 now, Chris, who runs his car off the track for a slight bit with Jay Moore in P2. Trying to gain on Chris Roderick. Chris Roderick will be 2 car wide with Jay Moore. Jay Moore in the BMW making an easy pass with and that's as it is 2 car wide between Chris and Moore once again. Moore in P1 as Midnight is in P3 watching the battle and chasing the battle, as this is the final race of the season and equally the hardest race of the season, and that's Davis off the track facing the wrong way. He might even get his car beat. No, he won't. He's just about saved his car. Now Josh is right behind Dan and Eugene. Eugene trying to defend against Dan and the Lamborghini. Try to get past Bonza. And that's the Lamborghini off the track and into the wall, and he's even hit Josh. And that is a chaotic bowling pin. What the fuck? Oh no. And that's Davis back into the wall. On the notch for life, there's too much stuff happening. There were contacts between 5 cars at least. As that's now Eugene running off the track and he's saved his car and the rain is coming down now. As this is not good news for anyone whatsoever. The rain is coming down, everyone is on racing softs. I cannot wait for people to start sliding all over the place in the rain. I mean, this is quite a hard track to be racing in the rain, as we've seen in the past with esports races. People have been caught out by the rain on this track. As we've got Cash in P3, 9/10 behind Rodri here. Rodri's 2 seconds behind Moore in P1 in the BMW M6 as he's sliding into the wall almost. As the rain is definitely coming down. Josh is flashing the lights to Dan. As that is off into the wall, leaving Josh to be P6 now. Davis is 14 seconds behind Harmonic. There's a massive pileup. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, and that's more into the wall. That's Eugene also into the wall, and that is Cash. There's another car into the wall, and that's More once again, also into the wall. As we now see Josh sliding onto the grass after trying to overtake Midnight, and everyone is sliding around, even Cash in P1 is sliding around. Midnight even be trying to make a move for P1, and he makes the move for P1. as it is a 3-car battle for P. Oh. It's a multi-car battle and there's contact and there's cars all over the place. And how do we even commentate this race? Like that's. Yeah, I know. Just talk, but there's cars all over the place. There's Dan chucking it up on the inside of midnight now, with Dan finding traffic somehow. Never mind. As Josh is in P3 on the podium. Oh! Josh, how have you not gained any damage? Josh has just killed people. Bonza's been penalised for that. Bonza's got a 3-second penalty. Josh! Apologise to Bonza, he's got a 3-second penalty because of you. You came back. Well, no, your car wasn't ghosted. It was half on the track, first of all, and then people came around the corner not expecting you. Then fucking. Put your car onto the grass. But there's cars everywhere. There's cars into the wall. There's cars everywhere. There's fucking grass barriers. Midnight. As that is Josh making a move on Chris. Will it even be 3-car wide? And that's Josh making a move for P1 on the safety car restart, and that's Chris halfway onto the grass, and that's Josh. Sure. There is no breaking point in the rain. There's Josh into the wall. There's a massive pile-up. Yeah, maybe chaotic. Who said 20 minutes, by the way, for this race? Come on, Harmonic. You can do it. Who's went on heavy wet? Oh wait, no, yeah, actually. At the apex. Bloody hell. Alright, Chris, 10 race ban. That. It's midnight. Then it's Cash, then Bonzo, then Josh, then Robert, because Robert is trying to fucking smoke it. Where? What are you looking for? That's Chris. That's now Josh, that might even be trying to make a move for the final step on the podium. 2 car wide, and that is Josh on the final step of the podium. As now, yeah, it's fucking hell. It's not raining yet. There is a tiny bit of contact, and that is Bonzo having a tiny bit of contact, and it's 2 car wide between Rodri and Bonzo. Bonzo in up the inside here now. It's 2 car wide between the Audi, and that's the Audi almost run to the grass, but Rodri's right behind Josh in the slipstream, as that's Josh in P3 on the final step of the podium. It's also a battle for P1 between Midnight and Cash. Cash in the McLaren F1 as the rain is now pouring it down, as it is RO8 for the weather choice on the final lap of the Nürburgring. Huh? Josh. Oh, yeah, it's already done now, Chris. Oh, I would have been alright in this weather because it's normal British weather. Oh, what a race. I'm British, so I definitely have some. Shit, we've got harmonic on the racing softs. Cash is into the wall. Josh is into P2. Bonzo's in P3 now. Midnight is in P1. Bonzo's right behind Josh by 5/10 of a second. the gentleman is. As that's now Josh trying to make a move for P1 as he's sideways, and that's Bonza off onto the grass. That's some wet grass. Again. It must be the water. Let's have that to the water was madness. It's called Germany Drift. That's a new movie. If you British, then it'd be alright, because this is like everyday weather, so it's fun. Let's go on board with Josh, just because why not? Oh, Josh. It looks good. Terrific. Fucking hell, the rain is actually horrible. This is... Yeah, but this is like worse than British weather. As it's now too far wide between the Toyota Supra and the BMW. Will we even manage to stop the cars in time? Yes, they will. Before the corner, as that's Midnight sliding all over the curb, and it's fun, and that's Josh, who is waiting with cars struggling behind him as we see Cash sliding in the McLaren F1. How's the McLaren F1 have this bad of like 33 thousandths of a second between Josh and Midnight, and Midnight takes P1. What a race! Harmonic. How's the race? Yeah.